Hello again. We're off to climb another knob today. Off to Broken Leg Knob. I think this will be 3 to 4 hours, depending on how good the bush is. So I'll start by following this road for a little bit, and then drop off to the left into the riverbed. So far the riverbed travel is going rather fast, which is pretty good. Means I might not get as wet by staying out in the rain all day. Hello. How's it going? Look at him. He's pretty cool. Yeah, buddy. You. Pretty good slip. And the river keeps going. The next river up is the one I'll follow up to get over my first hill, and then I'll drop down into a big river and then up to the knob. So this is the riverbed. I was hoping to hit up and hoping it takes me over the hill, but I'll have to see because it looks like it gets pretty tight. The issue about the bush bashing in the wet is every bush you touch, every tree, it just dumps so much water on you. So you just end up getting drenched. Some new flaxy terrain. Just trying not to fall in the unseen holes. Head out of the bush for now. Gonna drop down into this valley, and my knob it's up in those clouds somewhere. Back into the bush now. I think I heard some footsteps up ahead. So maybe some deer again. Yum. Good swamp. Okay, what the heck? That doesn't look downable. And I need to be around over there. Whoa. That is some terrain. I just came down here. And now to the bottom. Made it out to the riverbed. I'll head down it a bit and then hopefully up somewhere over there. A bit refreshing. Gonna start heading up this ridge, and then behind it, it should flatten out a bit. This ridge looks nice from here, but on the map, it looks like there's lots of slips and cliffs on the sides, so I'll head up here and see how that one looks. Holy moly, it's steep. And it just keeps going up. Made it onto the flatter part. I've gone up about 300 meters from the riverbed. I've got another 200 or 300 vertical meters up into those clouds, up to Broken Leg Knob. Another big slip here. Good thing this isn't the deer track, but it will go there. What a good little deer track. Here we are, top of Broken Leg Knob. Not much view today. It's all pretty fogged up. It's all very wet. Ooh. Oh well, another successful knob summited. Broken Leg Knob complete. Now back to the car. Way back down now. Just taking it easy, being careful not to slip into that. is this little deer track that follows the ridge most of the way down, which makes it way more convenient than going through all these pokey bushes. That looks pretty steep. Good thing I'm not having to go down it. Whew. Getting down all the way down and back up the public land. I wish I had binoculars, because I think I see 2 red deer down in the clearing there, and then like another big deer on the ridge there. Pretty cool to see so many of them about, and it explains why there's so many deer tracks through all the bush. Green. Hopefully a way down this ridge. Made it back to the riverbed. Now, get up here and then up the hill. Huh. On the map, the slip was not this close to the fence. That's exciting. Made it back to the initial riverbed. Just about 1, maybe 2 k's up this to go. Back into civilization. Got the beehives and my trek out of here. Yippee! My car is still here. Another good day completed. Quite a wet one, but actually quite a nice walk. Check out this cool accommodation I've gotten. I'm like the only one here, and the host told me I could sleep on the floor in here, which is so nice, so I don't have to be cramped in the car in the pouring rain. And yeah, I've got my dinner here, which I'm eating. I've mixed some instant mashed potatoes into my lamb fettuccine. Pretty good. Yeah, I'll go have a warm shower in a bit and then start packing for tomorrow. Oh well, nap time is over. Packing the car to go and drive off to another knob. It's looking like it's going to be another very wet day, and it's just pouring at the moment. Exciting. Pouring, but somewhere on the top of that hill to the right in the clouds is my next knob, and that's called Jamie's Knob. Made it to the bottom of the hill by Jamie's Knob. It is still pouring down. It was like a rain warning or something for the area, so might be a bit slidey. We're off. Leaving the car, off to go climb Jamie's Knob. It's about 300 meters of vertical over about 2k horizontal. Trying out these new boots. They're feeling a bit big, but that's alright because my feet have a fair few blisters on them from the past few days. So hopefully they'll sort themselves out pretty quick. There's the car and pretty good looking bay. The hill keeps going up and up. I just keep getting wetter. I believe up here is Jamie's knob. I lied, that wasn't the knob. The knob's up here, I think. Spooky. Get like a radio tower appearing from the mist. Huh. Here we are, the top of Jamie's knob. Woo. Gonna try running down because it's a little chilly up here, and then I don't have to get my raincoat all wet because I think I have another day tomorrow in the rain, and I'd like my raincoat to be dry to begin with. So yeah, at least the track's pretty good for running down. I'm getting pretty fast at opening and closing gates just to get through fences quicker. That's a pretty good bay. See if I can spot the car. Oh, not quite. Made it back to the car. Completely drenched, but that's alright. It's what I was expecting. The new shoes held up pretty well. Don't know why they keep using round shoelaces though, because they keep untangling themselves and they have to tie like 3 knots. And even then, they still keep getting untangled. The cows are all still about. They're all probably having their lunch now and wondering why I'm here. Hello, sheepies. Don't mind me. So here's the car park. The weather's cleared up, which is surprising. It was meant to be raining like a lot right now. So I'll park here, have some dinner, then I'll head up this hill. The landowners let me stay in their hut for the night, which is very nice of them. And then I'll come back down in the morning, drive a little bit out that way, and then start climbing up the first knob. Quick hut tour. Down there are the toilets. Up there is where I'll be climbing up to tomorrow. It's a cool little hunting hut. Few beds. Yeah. It's got gas and some solar powered lights. But I've got it all to myself tonight. Got myself some dinner. Got a pretty nice view. Yeah. Not too bad. Good morning. Another night completed. Up to go climb Doctor's Knob soon. Well, that was a pretty good night's accommodation. I'm gonna head off down the hill now, back to the car, drive a little bit, then start heading up that hill into the fog. Alright, we're parked up. I'm gonna cross over, down the river, up the other side, and start heading up the ridge towards the knob. And so the hill begins. About 600 vertical meters to go. I can't see much up there. It's all just in cloud. Woo! Car is all the way down in that valley. And I just keep climbing this hill. I was hoping I'd be in the clouds by now because it might be a little bit cooler, but the higher I go, the higher the clouds get as well. But the sun looks like it might be breaking through soon. I'm in the cloud now, so it's feeling a bit cooler, which is really nice, but it means I don't have as grand of a view, but seeing the valley disappear beneath you is pretty cool. Somewhere up there in the fog is Doctor's Knob. Not too far to go until I'm there. The ridge has been pretty quick moving. Sneaky goat. Oh, hello buddy. Oh, two. Yo. Looks like the sheep beat me to it. That's the top of the knob, I think. Here we are, top of Doctor's Knob, about 960 meters high. Not much of a view today, just clouds, but it's almost pretty nice because otherwise it would be really hot. You can see faint outlines of the terrain, and then up in the distance through the clouds you can see some other high points. I think somewhere over there is where I'm off to next, up at Gordon's Knob, which is about 1,000 meters, so slightly taller than this one. Oh well, back to the car now, have some food, and then start climbing Gordon's Knob. Oh, it's so prickly. At least there's not too much of it on this route. I've only had to go through a few small bushes and not spend a few hours crawling in it like I've done before. Back on the sheep highway. Probably 20 minutes till I'm at the car, maybe even less. No sheep here anymore though. Well, I found the sheep, and the cows, and the bees. Yum. The cows are following me. It's fine, I'm gonna be over a fence soon. Oh, they've stopped. My car! It's still here, yippee! Oh well, this Doctor's Knob complete. I've got a little bit of a drive out to the road, and then up the road, and I'll start climbing Gordon's Knob in a couple hours. Alright, we're off again. Just had some lunch, parked the car. We're going to be heading up into those clouds now. I want to try and keep my feet dry. Is the main thing. Oh, so far the shoes have been doing not too bad. So while I was having lunch, a huge rain shower just came down and it stopped for a little bit. So I figured that's my opportunity to go. There's meant to be a farm track down here, but it does not seem to be the case. Got a nice view of the valley. Yeah. Not much view of where I'm going though, it's just up there. Whew. Slowly getting up there. This place could do with some sheep to clear the grass a bit, but view is still pretty good. Following this side of the fence up now. My whole half of the fence is technically dock land. The other half, which has a nice track, is private land, which I haven't gotten access to. Here we are on the ridge that leads into Gordon's Knob. This little track on the ridge is really nice. I presume it's both a hunter's track and a deer track, because neither of them will want to go through that. So they'll all use this. Not quite at Gordon's Knob yet, but it's a pretty cool cloud behind me. Got a few hundred meters to go until Gordon's Knob. It's following the ridge around to the right here. Oh, what a cool spot. Just picking my route up. There's lots of deer tracks, but some deers are really good at rock climbing, which I cannot be bothered doing. So I went around the rock climbing. Wahoo! Up to Gordon's Knob. And time to head back down to the car. Some pretty steep rocky terrain up here. Like, you wouldn't want to take falls in some of the wrong spots. Please be a way down somewhere. Looks a little steep. At least there's some bushes to hold on to. It's just started raining pretty heavily. Definitely no view now, but I'm almost on my way down now, so I think it's fine. Might just be a bit of a mudslide on the way down. And gotta just take it easy on this steeper upper rocky part. What lovely weather. My $50 Facebook Marketplace raincoat is holding up alright. Well, the rain's only kind of just started. I presume it'll be soaked within the next 10 or 20 minutes. The rain does not appear to be stopping. So it might be like this for the next hour or so, however long it takes me to get down. Made it to the boundary. I'm just gonna follow this down for a while. Whew. Got away from the fence. It is still pouring. I'm getting progressively more wet, but I know I'll be back at the car soon, and then I'll be dry. No way. Got a little bit of a view again, and I can see my car. Yippee! I've given up on the whole dry foot thing. It's been a bit too wet for that. I mean, I'm just kind of dripping everywhere. But we made it back to the car. Another knob completed. Yippee! Watch this. Yum. Nice and warm and dry now. Off to Blenheim. I'll get some food, I think. And then off to a campsite for tonight. Some very loud and unamused geese here. Oi! Stay back. It's like they don't know what to do with the car. They're like, oh, we can't attack that thing. It's like 20 times our size. It's still pouring. Oh gosh. Got some fish and chips for takeaways. All I could find was my spoon, so no knife and fork tonight. But gonna eat this and then start driving to the campsite. Here we go again. Another day, another few knobs to climb. Today, we're going to be heading up Genie's Knob, which is somewhere to the right of the One Tree Hill. Start off the day with some wet feet. How refreshing. Whew. Climb up is going well. Somewhere over there is Genie's Knob. Pretty good view already. Some cool vineyards around here. Just got some good news. The landowner whose land I'm on now has contacted their neighbour and they've given me permission to go next door and climb the other knob as well. So it means I won't have to come all the way up here twice, which is really nice of both. Look at this cool red lake as well. It looks like the lakes that dogs think are solid and they try to walk on it and fall in. So up there is Genie's Knob. I've just got to work out how to get there. There's a track here, don't know where it goes, and that way it goes up and down a lot. I'll go straight, we'll try that. Try not to disturb these cows, but see what's over that little hill and hopefully get up the other side. I feel a little bad because these cows are trying to get out of the way. They're thinking, oh, this human wants to go left, but actually wrong, this human wants to go up the hill. So I just kind of keep following the cows for a little bit until they realize that I'm a silly human, and then they'll probably change their mind and go the other way. Here we are, the top of Genie's Knob. Woohoo! Genie's Knob completed. Good hike up, bit of wind. Next up is Newcomb Knob, which is the big one over there. Pass over One Tree Hill and hopefully not get blown away. Still very windy, but the views are pretty good. The Matagari bushes are back, still as pokey as ever. Oh, ow! Looks like the clouds are beginning to come in, so it may get a little wet soon. I just had an energy gel, so I can hopefully get up and down pretty fast and not have to spend too much time in the rain. I love this weather. That was very sarcastic, by the way. It is rather windy and about to be rather wet, so just hoping I can move fast enough to stay dry. Made it to the base of Newcomb's Knob. It's about 200 vertical meters now of just straight up in this rather windy weather. Just having a quick snack. I'm sheltered from the wind here because I think once I go up there's going to be no shelter. So quick lunch stop and then push on to the top. Summit Ridge. Woo. This is how the people at Everest feel. Here we are, top of Newcomb Knob. It's actually slightly higher than that little hill over there. Not much of a view. One Tree Hill is behind those clouds somewhere. My car is all the way down there in the sun, and it's pretty wet and chilly up here. Alright, time to head down. Pretty cold up here. I've just descended a bit down from the clouds, so you can see where I'm going, all the way along the ridge, back past One Tree Hill, and then down that ridge behind it, over towards the lakes over there. Woo! The wind makes me feel so much faster. Whee! Wahoo! Make some race car noises. Gonna stop running for a bit. There's a few cows on the road I don't want to make them have to move unnecessarily quickly. Looks like all the cows are going right though, which is good because I'm going left, so they can go their own way. Pretty scenic goat there. Hello, sheepy. Meh. Hello. Ooh, car spotted. I've got another 2 knobs soon, so I might just take my shoes off before crossing the river. Keep them dry. Give the feet a little wash. It's pretty refreshing. Ow. Now we have the problem of ow, ow. Ugh. Pointy rocks. Another 2 knobs completed. Genie's and Newcomb knob. I'm about to head off and go do 2 more. Off again on a bit of a short one this time. Off to Round Knob. It's only like 1 or 2 k's inland this way. Mostly on track, and then a few hundred meters just off to climb the knob. So I might just go for a bit of a jog and pick it up pretty quickly. Ooh, first railway crossing of the trip. I think this is a bike path going that way, which is pretty cool. Oh no, my nice dry feet. Alrighty, Round Knob, here I come. I may be incorrect, but I think that round knob in front of me is indeed Round Knob. There's a pond with some ducks, and there's Round Knob. Quick descent for a little ascent. Oh, please don't be a swamp. Uh-oh. Looks very swamp-ish. Oh, it's actually kind of dry. Woohoo! Round Knob completed. Pretty short one. It's just a hike in from the highway where you can see over there. Headed down the hill and now back up again. I've discovered you can get across here if you just think light thoughts and step with just your heels. Here we go. You've still got dry feet. Sweet. Round Knob complete. Now I drive 1 or 2k up the road and start on Horehound Knob. Another car parked, another knob to climb. The best place to park would have been the top of the hill there, but this is State Highway 1 and there's nowhere to stop. So I had to come down the hill a bit. Up there's the knob. It's got a little trig on it. Lots of sheep about. Weather's pretty good. The wind has died down a bit and it's not raining anymore. That's pretty nice. Here we come. Horehound Knob. Last knob of this little road trip. Heading back to Christchurch after this, where I can finally have a shower. Those windmills will be generating a lot of power today, or at least 3 of the 4 of them. One of them seems pretty lazy and he's looking the wrong way. And made it back to the car again. Windmill is still pumping, but I'm gonna be heading back to Christchurch. Woo. It's been a good little road trip, collecting heaps of the knobs on private farmland. Thanks to all the landowners for the permission to access the knobs. I'll have a little break for a bit and then get back out climbing more knobs, I think.